Alright, hello. Hello, let's get right into it again. Again. So on and so forth till it says 12. Wait, did I fix it to say? Now it says 12. Back up. Local record. Hi to the people watching this recorded. Possibly. Alright, let's just get started again. Let's just go ahead and get started. Go ahead and hit the timer. You're looking buff. Long. IMHO. It's only taken us 20 hours. Alright, I don't think Titus is gonna last all day a second time.
You're going down.
I think what we did yesterday was very optimal, but this is not optimal. This, July the 29th, 2019, not necessarily anything else with 19 in it. Today, which is that date, will probably not be that efficient. At least that's what I'm betting on. You know, we'll try to make sure he lasts, but I really doubt he will. Oh god. So, here's a little treat for you. Some of my days that I don't want to actually be doing this, I think I'll try to do something else, including this game. And I spent most of yesterday after the stream getting notes ready for that. Oh boy, won't that be an exciting time. I think I'm gonna try to do a little speed run, because right now the record for this in the beginner any percent route is a little over 2 hours. I figure I could probably get it done in under 3. So if I can get that done in about 3 hours, that might be a good prep to try doing this for 3 hours. I probably won't. But, you know, that could be fun. Though, I was just going through speed runs yesterday, taking notes on everything, watching tutorials. If you ever want to learn how to speedrun this, you have 2 different ways. If you're playing it on the PlayStation 3, Bloody Bizkits, BL00DY, BizKitz, has a guide on his channel on how to do it. Yeah, just look up his name and then tutorial, and then ya boy be true. B being spelled with just a B. Has a tutorial for the PlayStation 4 version. That's the one that I went ahead and took notes on. Now I've got this 27 kilobyte hand typed monstrosity for a 3-hour video game run think that'll be fun. I'll spend a day or two just getting the saves for it, a day or two practicing. And then a couple days trying runs. That'll be a good time, I think. I sincerely hope it will be. That was close. He was going in for an attack. If he landed that, ooh, that would have been bad. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been bad, but it wouldn't have been good. Certainly not. No new Disney. Unfortunate. Again, I spent almost all of yesterday just taking notes. Ooh, I saved that. I don't know how. What even happened there? He lunged at me. But then, no, I thought he was going back from the lunge. Then I somehow parried him from the back. That was just kind of weird. Yeah, I'm starting a bit late today. I couldn't tell you why, but for some reason, I just slept an extra hour today. Very strange. Yeah. Went to bed at the normal time. I must have been exhausted or something. The thing is, I don't remember doing anything yesterday. Serviert. I am going to show off the notes whenever this stream is done, if I can remember. Just because I think that it's really insane how intricate they can get. Man, I cannot think of anything to talk about. Yeah, sorry if this ends up being a quiet one, everyone. It just does not feel like the smartest day to me. Like in a fog. I'm sure I'll find my way out of it. I'm sure I'll speak again.
Bring it on.
Yeah, though, the run of this game is actually pretty interesting. I've found out. I watched Bloody Biscuits for the world record in this for many months. I feel like this was a very intense category for the longest time. I think it's still really impressive what people have done with it. I honestly can't wait to try to learn it a little bit. I think that'll be super fun. Because if you ever saw it get run on the PlayStation 3, it is pretty similar, but there are some key differences that are really just kind of interesting. The first is that it's automatically like half an hour, or at least like 20 minutes shorter just because of load times. Then there's some weird differences between Japanese and English. For whatever reason, there's like slight lag frames on the PlayStation 4. So if you actually want to run this super well, you gotta get it in Japanese. Which, hey, I'm not going to invest $60 in right off the bat. Something I might not be good at in the first place. If I can get, like, I don't know, if I can match the lowest time in English, then I will certainly buy the Japanese. If I continue running after the first one, if I begin a run after the practice. If I do practice runs before the safeties, if I do practice stuff before or after I do the safety saves, not even safety saves, practice saves. Let's see. When did I predict that level 49 would be God? A little bit more than halfway through? Something like that? So, I don't know. Probably around 21 hours or 21:10, 21:15 is my guess. I really should have paid attention whenever I was looking at the stats. Oh, I remember it being a bit more than halfway through from yesterday. That's what we'll go with. Wait, I think it was at like 4,400 or 4,333 or something like that. Somewhere like 4,400, I think is probably like a safe bet on that. So, alright, let's see if I can't do this one-handed while also bringing up a calculator. Alright, so so it could be less than half an hour. Maybe it was 700? Okay, cool. I guess it's less than an hour. Wow. I didn't screw it up. Amazing. Truly a joyous day. Remember to stay hydrated, everyone. Got a big ol' like 32-ounce cup right by my side, constantly. Which is good because talking makes me parched a lot. Super parched. You know what, Titus? You're out of the animation already, but I'll go ahead and hit you for that. That was bad. Shouldn't have done that. Oh no, dropped frames. I'm being warned. Ugh, so terrible. Ooh, ooh. And it's hard to think that I've been into speedruns for as long as I have. First found out about them being much of a thing in like early 2013, and I think I ended up catching the very tail end of that year's AGDQ. I think the first run I actually watched ever was Cosmo's Wind Waker from the event. Oh my god. That was one of the most just breathtaking things I'd ever seen. It's like, oh, you can beat this game like that? Yeah, I'd had Wind Waker before, but I'd never actually beaten it, even once. I haven't had it long. I didn't grow up with a GameCube. I grew up with the PlayStation, which is why I played this. Not Zelda or Mario. Oh my god, it just blew me away. Do that? How much can you break video games while still having them be complete? A bowl, I guess. So I found Kingdom Hearts 2 runs, because that was what I was still into even then. Oh god. It played so fast. This isn't how fast you're supposed to play a Kingdom Hearts. You're supposed to... It should take you days and days and weeks to get through all this. Nope, they got through it in 4 hours. A little bit more than 4 hours, I think. I remember that later that year, or into 2014 is whenever, yeah, it would have been, it still would have been 2013. 2013 was the year that Kingdom Hearts 2 just got broken open in terms of speedrunning. Because, this was before the HD releases, so I remember actually watching this and keeping track of who was of who all was competing, because the record went down from almost 4.5 hours to 4 hours 10 minutes in about 2 or 3 months. Like it absolutely blew my mind. People could do it like this. There was that level of talent going into it. And the real reason behind it, I think, was there was a Kingdom Hearts 2 race at... I'm not sure if they called it Games Done Quick at that point, or I'm not sure if they called it specifically AGDQ at that point, but there was a small marathon. It was probably the 2012 equivalent of AGDQ. There was one going on, and they had a race for Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it was Spike Vegeta, who was one of the people trading back and forth, and I think it was Puexel. It could... Yeah, it was Puexel. I was thinking it could have been Brosentia, but I don't think Brosentia ever actually ran KH2. Like, that run, I think, inspired everyone to like, all the like, 2013 to 2014 runners to start running. Because you hadn't seen... There hasn't actually been... There wasn't another run at AGDQ or any of the GDQs until I think 2015 or 2016. And by that time, both the HDs had come out. I think people were just wanting to see new stuff. So they allowed 2FM to come in. Yeah, in late 2013, early 2014, there was this massive breakthrough in Kingdom Hearts 2 where everything was being found. And then later that year, so probably 2014 to 2015, probably was Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Yeah, most of 2014 was probably 2FM, because there was a lot of hubbub about the load times being terrible in the PlayStation 3 version. Yeah, so people were used to enough of... people were used to the PlayStation 2 version, at least enough to really hate the load times on PS3. So most of the runs up through 2017 were still PS2. I think that was like the first. I think I watched more runs in like just watching Kingdom Hearts 2 be run over and over and over again for the PlayStation 2 than I have for any other video game. It was so exciting. It was like a race. Like, no one knew who was going to come out. Like, the skill ceiling, I guess. Thing in skill tree. The skill ceiling just kept growing and growing and growing, and the time just kept on going further and further down. Oh, 221. I remember the first 220 blowing my mind. Oh my god. Bloody Biscuits, Biscuit 047, Spike, Liquid Wi-Fi. All these guys were coming in. You know what? It might not have been Liquid. I don't know. I feel like Liquid was there. If you've never watched Liquid's old runs for Kingdom Hearts, go watch him. He's not running it anymore, and I don't really blame him. But those are pretty amazing. He's mostly doing Simpsons Hit and Run. Also a pretty cool run. Like, oh my god, there was so much going on in the scene in that day. It was amazing. To be fair, it's probably still going on, but at this point in the PlayStation 4, enough people have done enough good runs that that the skill ceiling is kind of stuck right now. Many people's eyes, or you know what, I wouldn't even say that. That's making a lot of assumptions. It seems like the skill ceiling has stopped. This guy, C.A. Templeton, or Cat Templeton, Templeton. Him and another guy who I can't think of off the top of my head have just like swept the leaderboards. Like those guys are some of the best runners Kingdom Hearts has ever seen, probably. The older guys are off doing other things though. I know 2014 or 2015 Spike stopped to do Donkey Kong and other runs, which he seems to really enjoy, and they are really good. Go watch Spike if you can. Very funny guy. Does some great work. Yeah, a lot of the older runners, or yeah, I guess older runners. A lot of the older runners have either stopped for now. Guys like Cyberman, 65, Everglow. Who else? Not Liquid. Liquid, yeah, Liquid's gone. Liquid. Mistmaster left to do Majora's Mask for a while, but eventually came back. Either Majora's Mask or just his YouTube in general, but he's back, and he's doing like, I don't know what kind of runs niche runs, I guess? Runs that require a lot more time investment. I'm not sure if Sonic Shadow Silver 2 is still running or not. He definitely shows up 2 streams. He definitely at least does that. But oh my god. A lot of the older guys, a lot of the OG guys from 2013 before or close to it have gone to do other runs or their own YouTube stuff, which is awesome. There are a lot of new, fresh faces up there, like Templeton, like Like that other guy, whose name I can't remember, sorry. Like, Crispy Me. A lot of talent still. There's a lot of fresh faces, ready and willing to do hard work. I really enjoy speedrunning. I really enjoy watching speedrunning. It's the esport that I enjoy the most, considering I hate most other esports. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I need to find out when the next RPG limit break is. And it's so weird. Having a job that makes decent money is incredibly weird to me, because I've never had enough money to do anything I wanted to. But like now I can take vacation days. Come on. I think I want to go to a GDQ event at some point, if not to actually play myself, then definitely to watch some runs. Like at least a couple days of it. I think that'd be awesome. It seems like such a fun event to be at. I guess I'll go ahead and save up then, because I honestly do want to go ahead and try to go one of these days. Maryland's pretty far off though, so that plane ticket's gonna be killer. Oh man. Put up with the stream, that didn't look good. Oh man, the stream looks like it's messed up a little bit. This is probably gonna be cut into 2 parts. Huh? Says I've been broadcasting for still half an hour. I guess it didn't totally cut out, but oh man, I watched my bitrate crumble. Yep, didn't think so. 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Good job, Titus. You know, we'll go ahead and check the EXP real quick. 15. Alright. Around 56 or 57.
You're going down.
Man, I think I already went through all of the AGDQ VODs I wanted to watch. Like, I missed that entire marathon. I didn't watch anything live. Which sucks. I love watching I love watching stuff live with chat react. Or no, wait, never mind. I hate chat. Don't forget I ever said that. I hate watching it live. Chat sucks. I just remembered. Chat is actually the worst thing ever for AGDQ and like any major event like that. It's just 180,000 people just screaming and doing like Monka S and just cringing at everything. I hate it. I hate chat. If you're actually one of those people, I don't like you. You are not pleasant. You're the definition of a human being. I want to not be near me. I feel like since I've put the 100 in Destiny Island level 100 grinding, I've gotten less viewers than whenever I was being vague. Which is strange to me. I'd honestly think that this would be more enticing than non-specific Destiny Island grinding. Alright, well, I haven't gotten anyone in here all day, so I'm just gonna do that.
Bring it on.
Date. That happens. I honestly wonder if I'll get more people in now that I'm being vague again. It wouldn't surprise me. Yes, XSplit, I know that there are frames being dropped. I'm the one dropping them. I'm not dropping them, I'm throwing them away from me. I don't want those. They aren't hot and fresh. And fancy free. Yeah, I think the only reason I say that it isn't the KH speedrunning scene isn't as competitive as before is probably just because I don't look at as many runs, which makes absolute sense. It's probably more competitive, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel as cool now that there aren't records being broken left and right. Well, all we really need is something to happen. We just need a barrier skip. A la Wind Waker. It's ALA, not the other one. Speaking of which, they found barrier skip in regular Wind Waker. And now that is the shortest run in the, now that's the shortest possible Wind Waker run is SD. They did it. Like, I've been watching runs of it for 6 years and they finally got it. Like, I remember it came out, and I actually remember everything from about 2013 onwards, all the discoveries. So like, there's Wind Waker, and it was like a 4-hour run, and people were competing to get it under 4. And then Wind Waker HD came out, and it fixed item storage. It was significantly slower to do. But then in like 2016 or 2017, June, some dude uploaded a video where he did a first-person item slide by accident, and then that destroyed the video game. It just like cracked it open. Then like a few months after that, or a year after that, people found barrier skip by just having the largest possible speed and just slipping through a single seam. Like I don't know how thin that seam is, but it's just, oh god, they did it. It was amazing. They finally got through it. Just been finding more ways to get through it. And then this year, like a month ago, they found barrier skip in SD. Amazing. If you shoot enough arrows, then hey, it just, the entire barrier just doesn't load. You can just go right across. How about that? I guess it has an entity spawn limit. It's pretty amazing. So now that one is the absolute fastest, if I remember right. Pretty amazing. Kingdom Hearts 1 was kind of competitive for a while too. Like, it's still kind of competitive, but back in 2013, whenever the HD version was released, up through like 2015 or 2016. Yeah. 2015 and 2016 is mainly what I'm thinking of. Because it was being done from 2013 onward. But I think it was really only started making a whole lot of waves in terms of progress from 2013 onward. From 2014 onward. Because one, it was just like a larger community that was doing it at that time, so that's whenever you got people like, I'm fairly sure Liquid was doing it, BB, Biz, I think Spike did it for a little while. You had all these people coming in with just like infinite loads of talent. And then in 2014 they released 2.5 for the PS3, which has just the worst load times imaginable. Like, it's awful. You can't actually compete with it. It's just unplayable. It was almost unplayably slow, even casually for me. load times were terrible. And considering what it looked like it was a PlayStation 2 game on a PS3, it should not have been that slow. So, you know, a lot of people just didn't want to deal with that. It was so much slower than the PlayStation 2 version most people already had. So they just decided, no, we're not dealing with it. So they went to 1.5 because in 1.5 the loads are still bad, but you can skip cutscenes, which you couldn't do in the original Kingdom Hearts. So, you know, that was big progress. Yeah, everyone went over there for a little while, for 2015, 2016, and then 2016, I think, that is when, no, it was early 2017, I think, is when 0.2 came out, and people switched to that for a little bit. Just trying to grab up that record and, like, nail down something solid. And some people went ahead and kept on it through 2017 up until the PS4 version was released. And that's when it kind of just got slow again. There were some very, very exciting times for KH speedrunning. And you know what? I'm not saying that right now isn't exciting, but it isn't as exciting to me. I don't find slow progress quite as interesting or fascinating as rampant, unchecked, constant progress. At least in terms of speedrunning. Nope. Misclicked. XSplit, I know that there are dropped frames. Stop telling me. Yeah, though I pretty easily get sucked into things I like. Which I think should be fairly apparent from watching this. Very much enjoy just going all in emotionally, having fun with whatever I find. why you see me. That's why you'll always see me trying to find something new. Like Disney movies, like doing this. There's always something I'm interested in seeing happen. Something I'm just interested in seeing, I guess. I guess I should go ahead and decide if today's going to be a half day or a full day. I'll kill Tidus after the level up. And if there's still enough, if it ends up that 50 can be reached tomorrow, I think I'll call it a half day today. I hate starting as late as I did. That kind of bothers me. I really don't want to go past like 11:30 my time. Got other stuff I need to do. Yeah. I'll probably end up cutting this short today to just 1 hour. But we'll check and see for sure. Tidus, you shouldn't have, because now I have to do that. Alright, Tidus, let's stop looking at the ocean. That causes low frame rates. There. Come on, I am doing just that. You need to come on, game. Give me a real challenge here, game. This is too easy. It's gonna be a lot easier to do in Kingdom Hearts 2 if I ever decide to just fully commit to being a massive weirdo. I decide to try to level up in that game. At least in that game, you get a anytime you gain experience, you get a little helpful reminder, like this much until next level. Next level, this many experience. That's helpful. I could see how much on the fly here. Alright, we should be approaching it in like 2 to 3 minutes. I try to keep him in a corner. That way he has 2 options. He backflips, stays the same place. I can get to him easily, or he runs. Either of which are good. I try to speed it up as fast as I can. What's this? That was... That was weird. This is good, Tidus. It's not good, Tidus. Please, I'm not gonna hit you. It'd take up too much time. Just... come on. Wasn't even in his range before. Come on, Tidus. You have bad eyesight or something? There we go. Alright, 49. What was that level up? Dang, I missed it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it wasn't magic and it wasn't health. It's probably like a strength increase. Or one of these. Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that. Alright. Let's look at our stuff real quick. What do we need? 7,600. 180, 95 minutes. Wow. That is not very much. Okay, what do we have left? We have 50 levels left. We're about 82,000 EXP in. So I think we need about 880,000 total, so we're 800,000 off. 800,000. Alright. Let's divide that by 50 levels. An average of 16,000 per. Okay. But is still going to go up significantly. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it today. 1 hour is perfectly fine. Just continue on later. We're already 1/10 of the way through, everyone. We are more than 1/10 of the way through. Which I was not expecting to happen so fast. You know what? I'll... quickly before that happens, I'll just kill Tidus one last time. Tidus, stop it. Okay.
Oh man, I'm really off today.
210015, alright. That's what we're gonna call it. Oh, that was not good. Alright everyone, I hope you had a good time. If you showed up, thank you very much. If you want to continue seeing this, you can hit follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe, because this is where it's going to be uploaded. Yeah, just be patient for re-uploads and VODs though, because hey, which isn't that kind. Alright. See you.